Alright, hi friends on stream. This is Stag. We should be live in about 2 minutes. The PowerPoint is so large that it's taking a couple of extra seconds to render everything. Alright guys, we should have an update in about a minute. This PowerPoint is single-handedly crippling my potato of a computer, so So Google Drive has rejected our fix. But we're still working on it, guys. Should have something soon. Hello, everyone. We are live now. I think we have it working. My name is Icetechosaurus. I am your host for tonight. With me, we have some incredible individuals who will now introduce themselves.
I'm Katasa. I am GM of the Tijuana Luchadors, and I will be reading for Tijuana and London, as is tradition.
I'm Peyton of the Minnesota Grey Ducks, and I'll be reading for Minnesota and KCC, Kansas City Coyotes.
That's UNC.
I'm NC, reading for the Dallas Bird Dogs and Norfolk Seawolves.
I'm Trempel. I'm the ex-GM of Bondi Beach Buccaneers, and I'm going to read for Portland and Bondi Beach.
Terrific. So let's get the show on the road. Make sure that's swapped over. With the first overall pick in the Season 34 DSFL Draft, the Portland Pythons select
User Stein, Cobb Corning, center back, cornerback. Sorry, wrong sport. The first of all was a tough choice to make. With so many great news, we knew narrowing down the choice would be rough. When we pulled the trigger on Stein, we immediately knew we knocked it out of the park. Almost every other GM said something like, damn it, we wanted him. In addition to filling our desperate need for secondary players, Stein has impressed the league already with graphics and media, and will be a fantastic user for the league.
Can confirm, did swear when he was taken.
Congratulations to Stein with the second overall pick in the Season 34 DSFL Draft. The Dallas Bird Dogs select NC, this is you, buddy.
Ignacio De Soto. As soon as we were on the clock, we knew we had to pick Namu. We had a very great scouting conversation with him, and he was already pumping out media. We were in need of bolstering the D line, and this Namu looked like the best man for the job. We have no doubt in our mind that this could become a legend on the field and site-wide.
Congratulations. With the 3rd overall pick, the London Royals select
Glenn Stockton, user is Dutch FF, and London had this to say. Like skipping rope in double dutch, this pick came easily to us. We're excited to be stocking up on linebackers and great users in London. This pick was a ton of fun in the war room after we announced it, and we are hoping that Dutch can follow in the footsteps of Pibb as the next great royal linebacker named Glenn. Oh, it doesn't stop there.
Congratulations, London. With the 4th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Draft steal, user Tron. With the 1st round pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers obviously select draft steal. He's in fact draft steal, and then in the 1st round, he will be a huge upgrade to our defense, and he will play defensive end together with Abel Archer, and we can't wait to see those two wreck other offenses.
Congratulations, Tron. With the 5th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Queen Elizabeth II, quarterback, users Frazzle14. This is what Kansas City had to say. After waiting later in the draft last season to pick up a quarterback and having it backfire, we wanted to dive straight into the guaranteed success this time around. Already a KCC regular and a War Room member, Frazzle having a QB in this draft was a no-brainer for us. With QB being such a vital position, having Frazzle for a few seasons is a huge relief. A great pick for Kansas City.
I didn't know Queen Elizabeth played football. With the 6th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Triple option. User is Alaris. We absolutely love this guy. We got him off of waivers, and he has just been such a huge boost in the locker room and very funny guy, as you can see from the render. We were really happy to be able to get him here at number 6. We thought for sure he was going to go sooner than that. And even though we now have 2 fullbacks on the roster, we will run the triple option and it won't be an issue.
You can never have enough fullbacks.
True.
with the 7th overall pick in the 1st round, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
quarterback Owen Farrell. User is Ask Madden, and Ask Madden is a great pickup for us. We really need a quarterback, especially as our old quarterback KC aged out, or sorry, got called up rather. And so it was a huge hole. And while we wanted to pick a rookie early, and we even talked to Ask Madden, he also wanted us to pick a rookie early. Both agreed that quarterback's probably the one position we're okay with recreates. He was a former Dallas GM himself, and we had a great time scouting. I ragged him a bunch as Dallas, but he's current auto head and just a great user all around. Very happy with this pick.
Stand-up guy right there.
We let that guy in.
with the 8th pick in the 1st round and the last pick in the 1st round. The Norfolk Seawolves select
linebacker Carissa Van Kampen. User is Murr, I believe. And this is what.
Oh, what are you doing?
the PowerPoint, man. Nobody saw anything.
This is what Norfolk had to say at the very least. This user was a very late addition to the draft pool, who we initially had some trouble locating. Many members of our war room are familiar with her from other servers and were big fans. She also happened to play probably our biggest position of need. Putting all these factors together, we are very excited to see she was still there for us, and aren't sure she would have been there had she joined the server sooner. A great last addition for Norfolk.
Now, to finally reveal the 9th overall pick, anything? The Portland Pythons select
To everyone's surprise, Timo Gamble, safety out of Dublin business school in Portland. Had this to say that high, written by Puck Walrus. Had a great conversation with. As a European football rugby enjoyer, he was very excited to give the league a chance. Between Timo and Stein, we're very excited to have a young secondary that will give wide receivers problems for multiple seasons. Who's going to be the 10th pick now?
I don't know. It's not like no one knows that. Dallas Bird Dog Select.
Regina Ferraro, picking her up from waivers after the trade deadline. Barron has been nothing less than stellar for us here in Dallas. She's actively engaged in the locker room, and she's always asking for help to ensure that she builds the best player that she can. She's also been lighting it up on the media side with compelling articles that are worth a read. We're incredibly stoked to have her here and know that she will make waves not only on the field, but off the field as well.
As a league boomer, I'm very glad that Barron is back.
With the 11th pick, the London Royals select
The London Outlaw Sick Mode Sicko. A user is Hot Dog. And London had this to say: "Hot diggity dog, send me to outer space because I'm going to Astroworld. We consider this a fair trade with the other DSFL teams, and now we know we're the highest in the room. This absolutely sick gave all our war room members goosebumps. The echoes rang out through the halls of London as you heard Royals in the Trap sing McHot Dog. Hot dogs quality.
Oh Lord.
That's all I gotta say.
With the 12th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
With our second round pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select user Guitar Master, player named Tolemada. And we had to jump on the chance to take Guitar Master here. We knew he would go to Tijuana if we passed on him here. And it's very rare to find a Tijuana alumni that's actually open to going to another team. So we're very grateful to be able to have him on our team, and we hope that he has as much fun here as he had the last time in Tijuana. He will form a linebacker duo with Ganjo, who will stay down after being drafted in the ISFL. And this duo will be very fun to watch in the next season.
You guys woke up and chose violence, I see.
Yep.
This guy, I co-GM'd with him for a while, and he's absolutely one of my best friends in the league, and you guys got a great pick here.
I had to jump on it.
for the stream, I do know the audio's stuttering a little bit, guys. I'm actively trying to fix it. My options are limited since we're live, though, but trying to fix for you guys. With the 13th pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Offensive line, Patty Pumpernickel, user is Kells Bells. What Kansas City had to say. After watching Amadon's hours on end, dealing with all sorts of ISFL work for several months, his partner Kells finally broke and decided to see what the fuss is all about. We're hoping she can turn into another top user, get her more involved with the locker room, and maybe even help her find a league job. A shocking pick for sure.
Congratulations. With the 14th pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Tijuana. User is Al Gringo. Obviously, we got to get our boy back home after seeing GM just go 2 picks before. Al has been a very dedicated member in the Tijuana locker room since before I joined the league, and he absolutely loves it there, so we're really happy to be able to bring him back. He's a great locker room presence for both rookies and veterans alike, and helps our leaky secondary that we got back there, so happy to bring you back, Al.
And with the 15th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Right in Sam Azja. I think that's right. I'm just going to go with it. They're a great new recruited by Gene 2019. They're in a bunch of other sim leagues. So they said they still have time for one extra one, so they joined the ISFL. They seem really stoked about joining the league and joining our locker room. Pretty hyped to see that we had a D&D server and everything, and hoping to get involved with that. Very active in terms of like making jokes, sending me a bunch of things from their YouTube channel, which were actually quite funny. I do recommend their shorts. Overall, very happy with this pick and welcome to the team.
Yeah, great pick. He's my SHL teammate, and well, he would have gone to Bondi and with the next pick, but yeah,
That happened.
shit happens.
With the 16th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Safety Adam Graves. User is Iron Shadow 131. Excuse me. This is what Norfolk had to say. Iron Shadow is a user who really impressed us in scouting. We thought for sure they would be gone earlier, and this was a huge surprise, and we were really excited to see that they fell to us in this situation. Their value was too high for us to pass up on. And overall, good pickup by Norfolk, grabbing a safety and a great user here.
Congratulations. With the 17th pick, the Portland Pythons select
User Felix, player named Ollie O'Donnell, wide receiver. And Pagwaros had this to say, well, with our first offensive pick in the draft, we could think of no one else than taking a Python legend in Felix. Joining the Pythons in the late 2020s, or in the late 2020, he's been through both the good times and the bad. This time around, he will be one of the key pieces to a strong young offense.
Congratulations. With the 18th pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select NC. NC.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second, loading. With the need for help in the secondary, we are extremely excited to have Skins come in from the start and make a difference. Couldn't believe that he fell to the 3rd round, and we're absolutely lucky to have him. With the opportunity to give some relief, we hope that Skins plays on the field as fantastic as his name. Welcome to Dallas.
Congratulations. With the 19th pick, the London Royals select
Swantavius King. User is Mag, because I don't know how to perform the flow playing. So and here's what they had to say. The first Swantavius off first of the Swantaviuses off the board. Meg is known London royalty. We are happy to welcome this king back to the London locker room with open arms. Even if this user is only in London for 1 or 2 seasons, we are excited for the level of physical domination that he will bring to our offensive line this season.
Mag is such a great user. Love having him.
Oh, high quality right there.
Congrats, Mac. With the 20th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select the Bondi Beach Buccaneers.
Oh my god, I've been talking the whole time, sorry. With our 3rd round pick, we selected Anthony Stark, user Tayon Shavari. This must have been one of my best scouting comments this season, and it was so much fun to talk to Tayon that we had to make sure we pick him up this draft. We were very fortunate that he dropped to the 3rd round because that gave us the chance to pick up players in positions without a lot of depth. This worked out perfectly for us, and we couldn't be happier to have him on our team.
Congrats, Tayon, but you're still a scrub. With the 21st overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
running back Ryland Bunnell. I don't know. User is Ryland V. And this is what Kansas City had to say. A top new user prospect at this time of the draft is a huge find, and hopefully Ryland can be that for us. They've already shown themselves to be chatty in Discord and open to helping the team by position swapping. So we're very optimistic here. we're aware of a few teams that were hoping to take Ryland, so we're very delighted they were at a fall. As Minnesota was one of those teams hoping that they would fall in this round, we were very much high on Ryland ourselves and hoping to bring him back because we picked him up on the trade deadline. So a great grab.
Congratulations. With the 22nd overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Donatello McTurtle. User is Ben. Of course, we had to complete the McTurtle brothers being all in Tijuana. Ben is a Tijuana legend. I'm pretty sure he's been there since the beginning of time. And we were happy to bring him back. He's very active. He's been in the war room every second of its existence until he's not allowed to be. So we're happy to bring him on back to the team.
I love Ben. Ben's so good.
Congratulations, Ben. With the 23rd overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Wide receiver Shinichi Kudo. User is Sneaky Shadow. Sneaky Shadow is a very new, sorry, not very new, and is a new prospect in the draft. We were very happy to see him here and pick up a wide receiver slot, which will fill our holes nicely. We were able to see them poking the Poke channels, racking up the Pokemon. We're hoping that they carry that locker room presence throughout the rest of the season. Very excited to see them in Minnesota.
with the 24th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Wide receiver Addison Bond. Going through our list of prospects we liked, we were very surprised to see Addison Bond still available here. Listed as one of our first round potential prospects, we know they have great potential and somehow dropped right into our laps and will slot into our already great offense as another top tier receiving threat.
Congratulations. With the 25th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
User Hordle Sventavius Torch, wide receiver. You may have noticed the trend here, but another Portland legend gets redrafted. Similarly to out, you have to go to the next page, by the way. Do you know?
Yep.
Okay. Similar to our last pick, Hordle has been and still is a valuable member of Portland. Having both Hordle and Fairlax fall to us in the draft really was a nice way to finish the first 4 rounds of the draft. God, I was so scared to read the wrong line there.
Congratulations, Hordle. With the 26th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Kumquat, I'm not going to pronounce that last name. We know that this is an absolute reach. Having a bot would probably achieve the same result, and I don't know what we were thinking in all seriousness. But in all seriousness, Rev is a fantastic user, and securing him to be a bird dog once again is nothing short of a blessing. Welcome back.
I think it's Archipelago, but I'm not somebody who should be pronouncing things. With the 27th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Cornerback Ace McAllister. User is Ben Dover, also known as Jamar on the Discord. Jamar is a Minnesota legend. He was a former GM, and he knows way too much about similes, whether that be SHL, ISFL, doesn't matter. We were so happy to have him come back to our team. Him and a bunch of other players we were also hoping to redraft. So hoping that he's welcome back, and we're very happy to have him, probably for secondary even more so.
with the 28th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
User Xenos the Legend, player name American Boot. Xenos is someone I've known for quite a while now. We play in a Metal League together, and I finally have the chance to have him in Bondi, and I can't wait to see what he can do next season. With the tight end boost, he will have a lot of fun next season, and I'm sure about that. Great render, by the way.
Congratulations, Xenos. With the 29th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Cornerback Art Deco. User is Crody Man. This is what KCC had to say about stealing a Minnesota legend. Seeing Crody in the 4th round was a head scratcher, and considering both KCC GMs were play for his ISFL team in Chicago, we had to pick up our new user bias aside and take another for sure thing here. Crody will no doubt be a boon to our locker room, another helpful presence to help our new users adjust to the league. Crody is a great pick for sure, and I'm very sad we couldn't pick up a former Great X GM and current Chicago GM.
Congratulations, Crody. With the 30th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Johnny Delusional. User is BJK Man. Another, that's kind of been the theme the past 2 drafts, just bringing in a bunch of Tijuana alumni who love it here and want to come back. He just had arguably one of the best kickers of all time retire, and we're hoping that he can get some of that sim luck to transfer over to his linebacker. So, welcome back.
with the 31st overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Wide receiver Calvin Spiff. User is Dom FFL. Dom is a great pick. We picked him up off the trade deadline as Tuba, our GM, recommended, being that we're both from the same fantasy football server. And he hopped in pretty quickly. He's still figuring out the league, and we're trying to get him more involved with the forums and everything. But we're very hoping that this season, being that he's going to be on the team for full time, will really help him boost locker room presence, get really active in the league, and just really help boost our wide receiver group as a whole. Very happy to have him here, especially since we can pick another good new user.
Congratulations. With the 32nd overall pick, and I think the last pick in the 4th round, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Fensta. Fensta had an impressive scouting convo with us. They have some big fans in our war room, and we all did not think that they would last this long either. We cannot be more excited to add such a great user to our team.
Congratulations. With the 33rd pick, the Portland Pythons select
Oh, sorry, that was me. With the 5th round pick, the Portland selects Snarly Dude, very bad man, tight end, great run, by the way. Another great pick up in the draft. Our scouts were extremely positive about Barry over the scouting process. Picking up a user like him was a steal. Tight end in Portland has a strong history with the Portland player winning at least 3 Tight End of the Year awards. Hopefully, we've just selected our 4th.
Congratulations. With the 34th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Tight end Waluigi Gronkowski, username Ricky Martin, IRF. During the scouting season, we learned that Waluigi Gronkowski does not do scouting sessions. With star tight end McGuire's time coming to an end in Dallas, let's hope that Gronkowski does know how to play some good football.
With the 35th overall pick, the London Royals select
Marcus Rush. User is RocketPuppy034, and London had this to say. Mark my words when I say this will go down as one of the steals of the draft. I vividly remember rushing to the draft channel to put this puppy in writing. Once I saw he had not been snapped up since our 3rd round pick. With Rush smothering receivers, you're going to need more than a rocket arm QB to get the ball past him.
Oh my lord. Congratulations. With the 36th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
User Toivu, player name Alfonso dos Santos. This is a huge pick for us. We didn't have a kicker for a while now, and we had to jump on this chance. Again, we're very lucky that Toivo dropped to us here in the 5th round, and having a kicker will elevate our game even more, and having Toivo in the locker room is the even bigger boost to our game.
Congratulations, Toivo. With the 37th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Linebacker Tampa Hawthorne. User is MV Might M Wall, I guess. This is what Kansas City had to say about the pick. Over the past few seasons, KCC have struggled to maintain a strong linebacking core. So when we were off this pick here, we saw Hawthorne on the board. We knew it was a match made in heaven for us. As a new user, Hawthorne has settled in nicely, including making his render Aaron Rodgers. We're not sure how that will work as a QB out on defense. Regardless, we're super happy to have him in Kansas City. Welcome to the team.
Congratulations. With the 38th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Maximilian Hamilton. User is Isidore94. So I am an outlaw, and Isidore is a bit famous around those parts. This guy was a crazy good user when he first joined the league. He left for, I want to say, about a year, maybe two, and now he's come back to the league. So we're hoping to give him a great experience, and maybe have him have a maybe a little bit easier time. So
Congratulations, Isidore. Glad to see you back. With the 39th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Cornerback Rocky Franklin Jr. User is Rokinator. Rokinator is a new user to the ISFL, but has also joined the EFL at one point. We had a really fun conversation just goofing around and also talking about trash about the NFL teams. Him, a Dallas fan, and all is huge minus, but we for it anyway. He was really fun to talk to and seems to be getting really invested into the league after going pretty busy for the past 2 weeks beforehand. But we're hoping that he's getting a little bit more free time now. Should be a good addition to our secondary.
Congratulations. With the 40th overall pick and the last pick in the 5th round, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Callahan Gray, safety. We had some great scouting conversations with Boomer. He will be a really fun user who we are excited to add to our team.
Congratulations, Callahan. With the 41st overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Lance Jack, Raptor Crab. Picking up a user like Lance this late in the draft was great. We hope he will Portland lineup and lead the offense on the ground for many seasons to come. We've been looking at this pick as well, and sadly Portland was 3 picks earlier than us. Otherwise, he will be a bug right now.
that'll lad tamper.
No.
With the 42nd overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Hands are stone. We really hope that name's just a lie. We hope that Stone will provide much needed turnovers in the secondary that this Dallas defense needs. Going to East Carolina University is also a huge plus, so it's the same university that GM Lord Escanor attended in real life. Welcome to Dallas, and go Pirates.
With the 43rd overall pick, the London Royals select
JC Higgins. User is Sen. And they had this to say about Sen. There were a couple times throughout the draft that my worm room had to help me come to my senses
Ooh.
and make a smart pick. And this was not one of those times. There was no need to jace and would weigh any naysayers with this pick. And as everyone agreed wholeheartedly. Sen also recently created in the WSBL, and we're happy to have this multi-league user in our locker room. Jesus, I can't talk today. Yeah, we got Sen off of waivers at the trade deadline, and he's really fun. He's hoping to kind of identity theft away from a different JC Higgins that's in the league. So, rookie of the year incoming.
with the 44th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
User Ralams123, player name Jonathan Altidore. This is a very fun pick for us. We wanted to get Ralams back to Bondi the whole draft, and we had the chance to pick him up pretty late in the draft. This could be called a draft steal. Ralams was great as a waiver pickup last season, and we hope he can continue his form from last season.
Congratulations. With the 45th overall pick, The Kansas City Coyotes select.
Running back, Bio Akinfinwa. User is P Money. This is what Kansas City had to say about the pick. P Money is a former, so it was an obvious choice to bring him back here. Being a fullback may have caused him to slip later in the draft. We're ecstatic to bring him back, especially having paved the way for greatness for Zane Cold this season. That's the whole I wholeheartedly agree. P Money is a great user. Was a former Yellow Knight Race GM, and overall just really fun to talk to. Bank gang all day.
Congratulations, Bunny. With the 46th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select.
So much jazz. User is so much jazz. So much jazz is actually Pat's brother, who is currently on Dallas, but is a huge Tijuana guy. And he talked to me about him creating and said, I would really like him to end up in Tijuana if it's possible. We were able to make it happen. I'm super excited to bring this guy in because we really like him, and he's a good guy. We're gonna get beers maybe next week.
Nice.
Congratulations, Jazz. With the 47th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select.
Offensive lineman, Long Ron Von Hugedong. User is Duke Marriott. Duke is another Minnesota legend we try to bring back, and fortunately we're able to. He got a little bored with his old crate as a linebacker for Colorado, but decided to recreate as an offensive lineman and take it more casually. And we're very glad we can get him back. He was a huge Twitter presence, one of my favorite users of all time, talking the smack talk. So I hope he keeps it up his second recreate.
What an incredible name. With the 48th overall pick and the last pick in the 6th round, the Norfolk Seawolves select.
Pilot Red Sun. This is a Norfolk legend who we knew we wanted to make sure returned home before the draft began. So this was an easy pick for us here.
Congratulations.
Great song.
With the 49th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select.
User BCY Jordan, safety. After spending a few rounds bolstering our offense, we went back to defense with what could be an absolute steal for Portland. BCY had a great conversation with Captain Gusa and seemed like a user eager to learn and grow within the league. If he sticks with it, it'll be a great pickup for us.
With the 50th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select.
Philip King. Adding some much needed help to the safety position. We are stoked to have another potential big playmaker in our secondary. We know that Philip can be a fantastic player, and we hope that bring him to Dallas, and it will be a great place to let him showcase that skill. Welcome to Dallas.
With the 51st overall pick, the London Royals select.
Timothy Rose. User is Moncall FF. Now serving customers, the Moncall Calzone Zone is open for business. We're excited to pair Timothy with our other tight end, Benny Hanna, and are hoping to get a lethal 2 tight end offense humming. Hopefully, after the season has concluded, we can all see that this user rose to the occasion and was reliable Tim and Tim again.
That one was a bit of a stretch, London.
Jesus.
He said at the end, it's in parentheses, it says IDK, like time. So
the calzone thing, that was the stretch.
They tried.
Yeah, A for effort.
The calzone was good.
With the 52nd overall pick, Buccaneers select.
Spencer Rasmus, user JPC. This pick fills another need for us in the offense. He will be a great addition. Hopefully he enjoys his time in Bondi Beach. We just have to make sure he doesn't spend too much time at the beach.
With the
Digging
53rd.
these hockey renders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With the 53rd overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select.
Offensive lineman Sawyer Stern. User is Ted Stern. And this is what Kansas City had to say about their pick. We haven't heard much from this user, but they are in PBE, so we're hoping to get in contact with them and get them back on track with affiliate claims. Very stoked to have them on our offensive line and bolster the offense a little bit more.
With the 54th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Swantavius Payne. User is Swanty. And, we saw the Swantaviuses. He was the last one on the board, obviously due to character concerns. Obviously joking, Swanty is a great guy, commissioned the league for a reason. I really respect him and a lot of the work that he's done. And I'm really happy. I was super stoked to see him here. Surprised that he fell this far. So I was pretty happy about that.
What a reach.
Little bit.
Congratulations, Swanty. With the 55th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
I'm waiting for the stream to update. Tight end Nabil Syed. User is Com12. Tom is still the user, also recruited by Tuba, and we're very excited to bring him in. Still getting interested in the forums and trying to figure out how it works, so we're hopeful we can get him interested and full invested like we are. Welcome to the team.
Congratulations. With the 56th overall pick and the last pick in the 7th round, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Owen Williams, running back. We went into the draft looking at some running back depth to the squad, and we were happy to add that here.
Congratulations. With the 57th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Q Ball. Player named David Morales, wide receiver. Similar to our last pick, Q Ball is a great late round draft pickup. Puck had a solid chat with them during the offseason and shown keen interest in the league. As our third wide receiver of the draft, David joins an incredible locker room of great wide receivers, and we can't wait to see what he proves and achieves. And same as earlier with Lance Jack, we really wanted this guy with our next pick, but sadly it didn't happen. Very happy for the user there.
Congratulations. With the 58th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Mikey Quince, username Hoops. It's not very often that the Dallas drafts offensive linemen. However, the future is now, and we fully appreciate the benefits of having O-linemen in today's game. We believe that Quincy will immediately add some stability to the O-line and will be vital to bring protection to our quarterback. Welcome to Dallas.
Congratulations. With the 59th overall pick, the Pundin Royals select
Oh, that one was good. Keenan Archer. User is Lil Key 97, and London had this to say: major key alert. There's absolutely nothing Lil about this pick, and we are happy to hit the bullseye late in this draft. Keenan was a great scouting experience with high ambitions in the league. Archer has bowstring reflexes and arrow-like quickness on the field, so we have high hopes for him to become the lockdown corner he was meant to be.
That was a good one.
That's pretty good.
That was a good one. Yeah, I'm impressed. Good job, Seth.
With the 60th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Edward Coates. He will be the running back partner of our 7th round pick, Spencer Rasmus. It's gonna be fun watching those two work together next season, and it's gonna be a fun combo out of a speed and a power back. Should be very entertaining, and we're happy to have Edward. We're happy to add Edward to our team.
Congratulations, Edward. With the 61st overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Running back Freddie and Kikwe. User is Freddie Seahawks 03. This is what Kansas City had to say about this pick. And with the 3 RB taken in this draft, Kansas City we load up our roster with Freddie Seahawks. We were able to connect with Freddie midway through the draft process, and we're very excited to teach him the ropes of the Sim Football League. Welcome to the team.
Congratulations. With the 62nd overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Kaiser Washington. User is KW1. I'm actually talking to him right now on Discord. But we really liked him throughout the draft process. Obviously, being quarterback, we just had Myth Reindeer swap to QB, so it wasn't a big need for us. But we decided at this point in the draft, finding an active who seems really into the league and was watching the prospect bowl and commenting on how his player was doing, we couldn't pass him up at this point anymore. So we are happy to give him a home in Tijuana.
Congratulations, Kaiser. I know he's been in the stream chat as well waiting on this. With the 63rd overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Running back, the incredible bulk. User is UpperNet, also known as Netlet on Discord. Net is another Minnesota legend, most well known for his game night presence. The dude is an amazing artist. Don't let anyone tell you differently. We are very excited to have him back in Minnesota. As a whole, yes, he's taking it more casually, being a fullback this time, but he's still super fun to talk to and just be around the locker room. Very happy to have him here.
not the Eddie Lacy render. Oh no. With the 64th overall pick and the last pick of the 8th round, the Norfolk Seawolves select
James Henderson. Our D-line really needs addressed this off season, and we were glad to pick up the Blazer here.
Congratulations. With the 65th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Nobody 69. Player named Musa C, I think. This late in the draft, we wanted to plug another hole at cornerback, and Musa looked like a great option. Though he hasn't been super active, he has visited this site several times in recent days. We're hopeful that we can track him down and get him excited to join our young secondary.
Congratulations. With the 66th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Daddy Ed, the man, the myth, the legend, and after a fantastic career with his first player and being an OG Dallas member, we felt there would be a disservice to not bring Ed back to be a Bird Dog. We're hoping Ed has another stellar career. That all starts with the Dallas Bird Dogs. Welcome to Dallas.
Sim blessed user in history right there.
I'm a little bit upset that this wasn't a London pick, so we could hear like the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know. I don't know if I'm reaching too much there. With the 67th overall pick, the London Royals select
Jazz Ferguson. User is Fantasy Football Addict.
Oh god.
Forget about it. Nothing gets me going like fantasy football, and this addict is here to help with that. Not only will we be getting some smooth jazz on the field, but he will also hopefully help me turn around my fantasy football luck. Hopefully, Mr. Ferguson is as jazzed to be on the Royals as we are to have him here.
Congratulations. With the 68th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Mike Lowery. Mike might be another steal of the draft. To find an active user this deep in the draft is very rare. We hope that Mike can prove all the doubters wrong and end up high in the ISFL draft next season. It will be for sure fun to watch him dominate on the playing field.
With the 69th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Offensive lineman, Chino Yepes, I think. User is Uzi. This is what Kansas City had to say about this pick. With the nicest pick in the draft, to pair with our 3 RBs, we took the 3rd offensive lineman with Uzi. Uzi is another first-time sim leaguer, so we hope to solidify our offensive line with a potential steal late in this draft. He'll be remembered for eons to come.
with the 70th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select.
I kick the football. User is SLM. I am SLM22, I suppose. So I work with SLM over in WSBL, the football or the basketball sim league. He's our PT head over there, and I've really gotten to know him well. He's a pretty chill dude. We were happy to add him to the Tijuana Luchadors, who he was a part of, and hopefully we can hit some game-winning kicks that our bot could not last season and caused us to lose.
With the 71st overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select.
Defensive tackle Reginald Vell Johnson. User is Matty Maticus 2082. While we haven't found him on Discord, we're very excited to pick up a defensive tackle here and bolster our defense a little bit more, which was very much slacking with call-ups. Hopefully we can get him more invested in the league. Just hoping to see him around.
With the 72nd overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select.
Dorfus Jimbo Jr. 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 Scorp is a fun user and personality, and we felt like an absolute steal here with this pick.
Oh wow, short and sweet.
Congratulations, Scorp. With the 73rd overall pick, the Portland Pythons select.
Big fella, Charles Fryer, the tackle. With defensive linemen being rather rare in this draft, we were excited to snag one in the later rounds. With a well-rounded build, we think he'll be great on the D-line, stuffing round plays for us and getting after the quarterback.
Congratulations. With the 74th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select.
How do I pronounce that? Jajuan Anthony. Jajuan Anthony comes in immediately, adding some much-needed depth at the wide receiver position. We hope that he grows quickly and can take over the wide receiver position. Welcome to Dallas.
With the 75th overall pick, the London Royals select.
Augustine Sprout. User is Sprout. And London had this to say. Football season starts in August, so how could we pass on such a blooming prospect such as this? We know the seed will grow into a great player one day, and we are excited to watch his career unfurl. When all is said and done, I think we will be ecstatic to see the stats and hardware that this player has achieved after blossoming into a stud safety.
That was too easy.
Oh, Lord. With the 76th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select.
Tristan Din, Troy 2003. Tristan is going to bolster our offensive squad a lot. He will be fun to watch next season. We hope that if Troy sees this, that he'll reach out to us, and we really want him to be an active part of our team.
With the 77th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select.
Safety Rufus McGillicuddy. User is Ewok bait. This is what Kansas City had to say about this draft, or this pick. We weren't able to connect with Ewok after the trade deadline period, so we're hopeful that you're watching the draft, and we'd love to see you come back if you are. He's actually a friend of mine, IRL, and I'd love to see him get more invested in the league. He said with work and everything, he's a bit too busy at the moment. So sad to see him not be able to enjoy it as much as I am right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
With the 78th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select.
Zach Baker. User is Bach24. Might be Bake24. I don't know. We didn't get in contact with him. I'm hoping that he's watching this. We tried to reach out. I'm going to shoot him an email, but hopefully you're seeing this and want to come back to the league. And if you are, you'd be a great weapon for the Luchadors.
With the 79th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select.
Type in Urza Williams. User is, I don't know, 1,245. We haven't really been able to get in contact with Urza here. We're really hopeful that he's watching the draft just like everyone else and hopefully get back in the league. Love to fit in the offense and everything.
With the 80th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Linebacker Drew Baker. Getting another linebacker here for the defense. Hopefully, sorry.
I thought that was
Hopefully,
it.
we're getting another linebacker here for the defense. Hopefully, we're able to work to get them active and contributing this season.
Sorry. I
We-
thought that was it.
with the 81st overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
James the Goat, James Rivers, running back. James will be a great addition to the Portland running back room with a solid build and well-rounded stats. Hopefully, they can come back to the league and become a great member of the Portland Pythons.
with the 82nd overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Mitch Musa. He's got a money sign in his name. What more reasoning do we need? He adds more depth to our thin wide receiver position, and we are excited to have him as we hope he cashes in the end zone. Welcome to Dallas.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty swag that he's got a dollar sign in his name.
And he's from Him University.
with the 83rd overall pick, the London Royals select
Jonathan Redding. User is cool dude 657898. And this is what the London Royals had to say about this.
Okay.
6 seconds left in the game. The ball is on the 5-yard line. The Royals need 7 points to tie it up and send it to overtime. We complete a pass, and it's hauled in by number 89. The quarterback, number 8, has completed the touchdown pass. These are situations you fear as a coach because you still need that extra point to tie the game. But with Jonathan, it is a marathon of successful kicks. Make no mistake, this pick will leave many other GMs red in the face as he drills game-clinching kicks for the Royals this season. That was clever with the numbers there.
It was.
I didn't realize that till we got late.
with the 84th overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Daniel Sturgeon, user insurgent. This pick was actually bigger than expected as we don't have an active safety on our roster. We hope that Insurgent sees this and comes back to the SFL. We'd love to have you on board.
with the 85th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Wide receiver, ya boy. User is YZBJ. Overall, haven't been in contact with your boy, but we're hopefully also is watching this just like every other person that's late in the draft. Hopefully, he can join the team, join our wide receiver group.
with the 86th overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select
John Taylor Jr. User is John the highlight. Hoping, we took him. We're hoping that he gets back into it, able to join a loaded backfield that features 2 fullbacks. So maybe we can just run a 2 running back, 2 fullback offense. We don't even need a QB at that point. But we're hoping that he comes back. Going to reach out again and hopefully he's able to come back and be a good user for the league.
with the 87th overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Cornerback Dorian Keys. User is Dorian K15. We're hopefully getting in contact with Dorian, but he hasn't been active in a while. So hopefully he's watching this. Maybe he can somehow squeeze back in. Either way, we're glad we can bolster the defense just a little bit more, as it is a huge glaring hole in our entire team right now. At the very least, we can get him a rotation at nickelback, and hopefully he can come back and hopefully see his player grow.
with the 88th overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Doc Holliday. He has a cool.
with the 89th overall pick, the Portland Pythons select
Cairo, John Halo, tight end. With our last selection in the draft, we play another hole in the tight end department. That's not on me. That's on Pagwaros. We hope that John is able to live up to the legacy of previous Portland tight ends.
and with the 90th overall pick, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Davon White, username ABK556. He may be known as Mr. Irrelevant, but as a safety in Dallas, he's definitely anything but. Providing the much-needed depth in the secondary, White will still be seeing plenty of the field. Welcome to Dallas.
I think that's it, boys. Thank you for everybody coming out. Thank you to
Waivers.
Waiver.
Oh, I forgot we do this
There's only
now.
two, I think, right?
Draft has ended. Da da da.
There's no pictures, but we can talk about them.
Yeah. I'll let you guys go with that because nobody filled me in on this.
Trimpo, you got Portland.
Oh God, I have no notes.
Get reading.
I don't have any notes. I even messaged Captain about it. I think they picked up the tackle.
I picked up both of them.
They picked up both. Okay. I have no clue. Sorry. Do you have the names maybe? Oh, hang on. I can find the names. Portland picked up Peter Parker, running back, and defensive tackle Mr. Freddy up on waivers. Welcome to Portland. Let's see, salvaged it.
Perfect.
That's about as good as it gets at 3 a.m. Alright, now we're done.
Well, thank you guys. We're all done now. I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. Congratulations to all the rookies on their new team. Any of the hosts have anything they want to say?
This was obviously our largest draft class since S28, which is wild and super, super cool. But I just want to say to anybody who is drafted, don't feel like your draft position defines you. You get drafted again at the ISFL level, and you know, if you feel like you fell too far and you feel like you should be a higher pick, use that as motivation, and prove everybody wrong.
Absolutely. Go from Mr. Irrelevant to #1 overall.
Exactly.
Terrific. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out, and all y'all have a great night.
Thank you.